everyone, so today I wanted to film my favorites for the month of September, just because it's already October and I'm already behind on a few videos that I wanted to upload. I really felt like out of all the months in the year, September was the one that just flew by. I literally felt like I just blinked and it's already October. For some reason it just felt like that for me. I don't know if it did for you, where this month is just flying by like crazy. It was past month, so I just want to go ahead and just quickly go into my favorites, and I don't want to ramble too much about nonsense, really. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys are the eyeshadow palettes that I have been really loving and using throughout the month of September. And they're actually from the drugstore, and I was actually pretty stoked to actually find these in the drugstore. They're the Wet n Wild palettes. They come in different types. There's this one, the Comfort Zone, that I did a tutorial on. There's the Petal Pusher, which is the purples. And then there's also one that has like the aqua colors, the teals, and like navy blue shades, which would be perfect for a navy smoky eye, which I probably should make a note of and do that. So I did a video using the Comfort Zone for a fall inspired look using these. I've actually used these others on the other side, and they're really, really pigmented. Let me just swatch a few here for you. See how intensely pigmented they are, and they're absolutely beautiful. And this is that black. Actually, no, sorry, it's not black. It's like an olive tone here. I think that, like I said in the video of my for the tutorial, I did say that this palette is actually a perfect transition palette from your summer to fall inspired looks, because these colors to me resemble fall. Like the golden rose gold, you have some olive tones here, some yellows, like a buttercream yellow here, and then you have like these green shades here. I think it's just beautiful. And this is like that club eyeshadow from MAC that's like a reddish brown with a bluish duochrome, so it's really unique. And then this is the purple one, and I would do some swatches. These are coming off a little bit more like periwinkle shades in the camera, but they're actually true purple shades. So I'll do swatches of those, just random ones, so you guys can see how pigmented they are. Those right there would make just the perfect purple smoky eye. And best of all, they're available at Walgreens. I believe Walmart also sells Wet n Wild, and I got mine at Walgreens for $4. So $4 for 8 eyeshadows, I think it's, the bargain is just out of this world, really. I would have normally used those today, but I'm actually using, I hope I didn't get eyeshadow on my shirt. I'm using a new palette that I just got almost a week ago that I will be doing a separate video for review and initial thoughts and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you guys can kind of figure out it's the newest palette that's famous, or will be famous pretty soon. Anyways, moving on to the rest of my favorites for the eyes. I have been really loving the Revlon Color Stay Smoky Shadow Stick. I only have one of them just because I chose the one that I felt like would give me the most use as far as every day. There's a couple with some kind of peachy tones, with an olive smudge stick on the other side. There's one with, I think, a shimmery white and a black. To me, those aren't like every day. I wanted something that I could use under every single eyeshadow. And the one I have is called Torch. And it's a nice kind of pink color. And I can swatch that, and it goes on so smoothly, and it feels very kind of almost like a powdery finish. So that's why it works so well with my oily lids, because it doesn't feel wet. It doesn't feel like a cream. It really feels completely different than anything else. Then the other end is what I use sometimes for eyeliner, or I smudge it on my lower lash line, and it's like a bronzy chocolatey brown, which I think is perfect. You can even use these two on the lid and smudge it with your finger or with a brush, and you could be at the door, really, because it doesn't take that much to work with these. I can literally just write on my eyes, and I don't really have to blend it, because it just goes on so smoothly and so thinly, and I love it. Other bases that I have been really loving is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-Hour eyeshadows. I have quite a few of these that I haven't shown in videos. I've purchased makeup, but then I don't do a haul. But this is the one in Barely Beige, which is, I think it's probably like a limited edition type of color. I got this, I believe, from, I think it was Ulta that I got it from. But it's a nice kind of champagne-y color here, so you guys can see with the swatch. I need to do some more on my, there it is. And I've used this so many times underneath the Comfort Zone palette from Wet n Wild, especially that eyelid color, the rose gold, which is the second one on the left side. That is like a favorite color of mine. And I actually have used this just on its own with some mascara or eyeliner, and I'm good to go, especially for my early mornings. I don't really have time to mess around with, you know, a smoky eye like I did today. So this is something that really cuts down on time. It makes it very easy. So I think I might do like a kind of quick early morning routine type thing so you guys can see how easy it is to create a polished look with just minimal products. Another product is the paint pot from MAC and Nubile. This unfortunately is not available, but the regular paint pots like Soft Ochre and Painterly do exactly the same. They're all matte. This one just has a little bit of a pink tone to it, but I like using this underneath eyeshadows. Just as a base, it gives something for my eyeshadows to stick to, especially if I'm using like bright shades. Instead of using, like, for example, my Makeup Forever Flash Color Palette, I can just use this. Just because I feel like I've had this longer anyways, and I feel like it's going to dry out if I just don't use it. So I don't use my Makeup Forever as much as I should for the price that I paid for that. But these MAC paint pots are actually really great. I feel like the Maybelline ones are very, very comparable. If not, almost exactly the same as far as consistency. They work the same on my eyelids, and I have oily lids. This one is available from drugstores. The Maybelline one, I think it's $8 at most. These I think are $19. So you kind of just have to figure out which one you're more interested in. The paint pot is 5 grams and the Maybelline one is 4. So you get 1 less gram, but you save more than half. You save like $11 or so on it anyways. So I think it's a great bargain. Alright, so moving on to drugstore products. I have been really loving the Revlon Brow Fantasy and Brunette for my eyebrows. I've been wanting to just kind of cut down because I feel like my eyebrows in the morning take the most time. So I wanted to find something that could really cut down on time and really could be something that I could apply just a couple of strokes and then apply a gel and be done with it. So I was browsing through the drugstore aisle of Ulta, and I found this product, and it's a pencil on one end and a tinted brow gel on the other, which I'm not a big fan of tinted brow gels, but this one's actually pretty awesome. And you get quite a bit of it, and the actual applicator, the mascara wand type of tip here is pretty thin. It's not too thick, so it doesn't get on your skin or anything like that. It really makes it easy. I've worn just the gel on its own before, and it works fine. The pencil is a little bit, let me do a swatch, you probably won't be able to see. The pencil is not quite as dark as I probably would normally go for, but once I put the gel on top of it, that's what I'm wearing today, and I feel like it matches. It has a little bit of a kind of different, kind of a brownish tone. My hair is, you can't tell, but it's like a really dark brownish red, so I try to find something that really matches because my eyebrows are black. And so if I filled them in to match my eyebrow hair, I would have, like, it would look like I filled them in with a Sharpie, and that is not a fashion statement. That is not even a trend. It will never be a trend, to be honest with you. So that is something that I would not do, and I'd rather have lighter brown eyebrows than black eyebrows, my natural hair color, because it's just not not cool. Then for the rest, let's see, just do some more face products. My Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser Treatment Concealer is awesome. I know my lid looks pretty, it's disgusting. I know I should have cleaned it, but this is the best concealer that I have ever used. Simply because I can put this on thick, I can layer it on, I can goop it on, and it still doesn't look cakey. It doesn't crease on me. It covers my dark circles, and I have a lot of dark circles that are, I think, to me, seem hereditary because I always have them. But I really like the coverage this gives. They do have a matching foundation that goes with this if you're interested in trying it. And the best thing is that it's something that I can go to my Walgreens, like literally 5 minutes away, and find it, and not have to drive across town to Sephora or Ulta because I'm out of concealer. I like the accessibility of it. The coverage, I wear a shade number 20, which is light, and I think it's pretty awesome, and I've actually raved about this, and I did a review just on this concealer on its own probably a few months back, but this is really awesome stuff from the drugstore. Last two drugstore items is going to be the L'Oreal Voluminous Full Definition Mascara. This one is very similar to the Carbon Black. In fact, it's exactly the same, except Carbon Black is a much darker black formula, but this is the blackest black. And I'll get the bristle a little bit closer to the lens so you guys can see how it does come off with a lot of product on the wand. You do have to clean it off after a while. You do have to start scraping it, and I think that happens after, I noticed it after like a few weeks of using it. But I really do like this. This is what I'm wearing today, and I feel like it's given me a lot of volume, and it thickens up my lashes without being clumpy. So I really like this, and I also like the carbon black one too. I just wanted to see if this one was any different. And again, this is the blackest black, and it's just the original voluminous full definition. My last drugstore favorite is the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in Precious. I actually used this in the tutorial not that long ago, and I've been using it every day ever since then. And it's just like the most perfect nude color, but it has a pink undertone to it. So it's not going to make you look like you just woke up from the dead. It gives you a little bit of color. It's like My Lips but better. I'm wearing it today, but I have another lipstick like over it, and I'm using the L'Oreal Volcanic lipstick number 410 if you're curious, and it's just like a bright kind of corally red shade that I chose for kind of like the holiday season fall. So I have that just lightly dabbed over it just to give me a little bit of more color, since I do have a pretty dark smoky eye for today. Then I have 3 more products. I have this Tarte Clean Slate Flawless 12-Hour Brightening Primer. This came in a little kit of this set of 3. And I got it from, I think it was either Ulta or Sephora. They both have them. I think it's like $9 or $10. A little bit goes a long way, but this is a 12-hour brightening primer, and I feel like it just makes my skin look refreshed and makes my skin look very brightened. It just adds a little extra something to my skin. You can't tell what it is. I'm wearing it today under my foundation. It just kind of perks up my skin tone, and these actually have, you know, it's just like a clearish, whitish clear product. When you blend it in, there's really nothing to it. It adds just an extra something to your skin, and it just keeps you kind of wondering what it is. And I actually really like using this, and it extends the wear of my powders and my liquid foundation since I do have oily skin. I'm pretty sure that they have these full size in the Tarte line for, you can find at Ulta or Sephora as well. But I've had this for a few months, and it's still going strong because you really need just a tiny little pea size to cover your entire face area. And it came with another, this is a 12-hour primer. It came with this and then an eye primer. I really like the brightening one. Then for my last 2 products, I've been using this product from Benefit. It's called Paparazzi, and it has the Dallas blush, Coralista, and Hoola. I got this, I think, 2 years ago for their holiday season. All the colors that are in this little kit can be purchased individually, full size. And I actually forgot I had this, so I started using it. It has an applicator that's worthless to me. But this is what it is. You get the Hoola bronzer, which I've raved about before. You get Coralista, which is a beautiful kind of shimmery golden peachy pink, and then you get Dallas. I'm not a big fan of Dallas on my skin tone. What I've been using is I've Hoola for my contouring, and I've been using Coralista like crazy every single day, I kid you not, and that's what I'm wearing today. It gives me a nice kind of glow to my skin, and it's like the perfect peachy pink shade, and it's right there. You see how it just looks so beautiful. So I will eventually get it full size. You can probably see it right there. And I've noticed that they have like a kind of like a sweet scent to them. I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. I mean, I don't go around smelling my blushes by any means, but I can't help it. Every time I open it, I just get like a sweet scent from it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I love these. I would recommend these too. If you're a little bit darker than me or tan skin tone, you can probably get away with wearing Dallas. Even the darker skin tones, depending on how dark you are, you can wear Dallas. To me, I think it's just a little bit darker than what I prefer for a blush. And then my last product for my favorites, I know I've been talking a lot, but I want to wrap this up very quickly, is my Juicy Couture Viva. What is this one called? Viva La Juicy, I think it's what it's called. I think that's what it's called. I don't even have a name on here, but because I don't have the original Juicy Couture, and then I think that's what this one's called. But anyways, it looks like this, and you guys probably know what it is. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, but if it's not, then I probably will you know, put the name anyways down the down bar. But I love this perfume. It's like the perfect scent. This one, and there's another one that I have in my collection that really just scream my name. It has a little bit of a kind of like a sweet scent, but a little bit of a kind of, it's kind of strong a little bit, and then it has somewhat of a florally scent to it, but not too much, because I don't like to smell like a bouquet of flowers at all. I like to smell like fruit basket instead. So I really love this, and this is, I mean, you can get this at Sephora. And I have, this is the 1.7. And I think it's called Viva La Juicy. I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty certain that's what it is. If not, I apologize. I have scatterbrain, just because my brain is turned into mush. And anyways, but I love this perfume. I did a video a while back. I showed this video, and this is my second bottle of this. Stuff is good. I should just get the large size. I mean, I haven't learned my lesson since I ran out the last time, but anyways, it's the 1.7 ounce, and I love the little chain and the hot pink ribbon. It's just the cutest thing ever. I love that. For my nails, just to let you guys know, if you are curious, because I may get somebody to ask me, it's the Butter London Big Smoke color. You can get Butter London nail polishes from Ulta, and it's just like a nice navy blue. I will put that in the more info with the list of all the products that I mentioned in the video as usual, and the links to my Twitter. So I hope you guys enjoyed this favorites video and found something that you'd like to try. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below as always, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.